So now you know how to send your compositions and files to the render queue to generate output files. Now the render queue is great, but the problem is you cannot continue working in After Effects until the rendering process is done. So in this lesson, instead of sending your compositions to the render queue, I'm going to show you how you can send them to Adobe Media Encoder, which does basically the same thing, but the advantage of sending to Adobe Media Encoder is that you can continue working in After Effects, and Adobe Media Encoder just works in the background as it's a standalone application. Adobe Media Encoder, or AME for short, is a standalone application available in the Adobe Creative Cloud. To install Adobe Media Encoder, open up the Creative Cloud desktop app, go to Apps. At the top, you can go to the Video section just to make it easier to find. There you'll find Media Encoder. If the application is not yet installed on your computer, the button will say Install. Click the button to start the install process. And when it finishes installing, you'll see the button changes from Install to Open. And you'll find Adobe Media Encoder along with your other applications. I'm just going to select the app and drag it onto my dock so it's easy to access. To export a composition to Adobe Media Encoder, make sure you have the composition window or the timeline selected. Go to the File menu, Export, and choose Add to Adobe Media Encoder Queue. You can also go to the Composition menu, Add to Adobe Media Encoder Queue. There's a keyboard shortcut, Option, Command, M, or if you're in the render queue, you will see a little button in the top right corner. You can click Queue in AME, and that will send everything in the render queue to Adobe Media Encoder. So if you're working in After Effects and maybe you want to export a composition, but you want to continue working on your animation, you don't want to be disrupted, well, you can send it to Adobe Media Encoder. So I'll go to the File menu, go to Export, Add to Media Encoder Queue, and warning, for some reason, it does take a little time, so just be patient. If I go down to the dock, you can see the Adobe Media Encoder icon. Just like in After Effects and other Adobe applications, you can fully customize the workspace of Adobe Media Encoder so you can hide panels, add panels, and you can also save workspaces as your own custom workspaces. Adobe Media Encoder is very similar to Adobe Bridge, in which you can browse your computer and any external hard drives, similar to how you would use Finder, or if you're on Windows, Window Explorer. So you can just navigate through your computer, and you can drag and drop media files directly into the Adobe Media Encoder queue. And the queue is just like the render queue in After Effects. So everything you export from After Effects, or all the media files that you drag into the queue, you set the format, or what type of file that you want to export or render. There are presets available, so you can quickly add a preset. You can create your own custom presets. And then you choose the output location. Where do you want to export or render the files to? If you want to remove something from Adobe Media Encoder queue, just select it. You can tap the delete key, or you can click this little minus icon to remove it. To add additional sources, you can use the media browser and just drag and drop files right into the queue, or you can click this little plus icon. That's going to open up Finder on a Mac or Windows Explorers, and now you can just navigate and import footage from here. And one cool thing that you can do is that you can actually select an After Effects project, so a .aep file, click Open. It's going to create what is called a dynamic link server. So now Adobe Media Encoder and that After Effects projects are connected. And now you can select any compositions or footage that were available in that After Effects project without even needing to open After Effects. One panel that I encourage you to explore is the preset browser. If you don't see it, go to Window and click on Preset Browser. Here's where you can create, save, and manage your own custom user presets. So whenever you add things to the queue in Adobe Media Encoder, you can just click the preset menu, and there you'll see all your custom presets. There is also a System Presets folder, which includes a ton of useful presets created by Adobe for all different types of media files and formats. Adobe Media Encoder is not limited or specific to After Effects. It can process any media files. So I could just drag a video right from my computer into the Adobe Media Encoder queue, select a preset or use one of my custom presets. I'll use this YouTube 4K. I'll just drag it right on top of it. Click the preset to view the settings. I can customize as needed. I can save my own user preset. And now I'm ready to render. So I'll delete these two examples here by selecting them and tapping the delete key. To render this composition in Adobe Media Encoder, first you're going to choose the format that you want to export as. You can click on the link to customize it. You can also go to this preset, choose a preset, click that link, and it's going to open up that same box where you can customize all the settings. If you look at the bottom, you'll find the option to export the entire composition or timeline, or just the work area if you've created a work area. So just confirm that you have all the render settings the way you want it. If you made changes and you want to save it as your own custom preset, you can click this little icon right here to save it as your own preset. Then click OK to return to Adobe Media Encoder queue. So once you have the format and preset, you're going to go to the Output File column, click, give your output file a name, choose where you want to save it, then click Save. And to generate multiple files or outputs for the same composition or any media file that you have in the render queue, you can add outputs by simply clicking this icon to add an output. You can also select an output and click on the duplicate icon or use Command or Control D and just add as many outputs as you want. You can change the formatting or you can click on a preset. If you're using the preset browser, if I want to add this YouTube 4K, I can drag it right on the output. Maybe I want to compare that to the YouTube 1080p, 480p wide. You'll go to the output file column, give them a name, choose the location, and to render using Adobe Media Encoder, you're going to go to the top right corner and click on the green play icon. You can see the tooltip says Start Queue, and the keyboard shortcut is the Return or Enter key. Once you click this button to start the queue, everything that you have in the queue is going to start rendering. So I'll click Start Queue, and now you can see all the progress bars over here in the status column. You can down below to see the preview of what's being exported, and you'll see a little green check mark when everything is done. Go to my desktop, and there are all of the exported files in the formatting that we chose. When you return to Adobe Media Encoder, you will see that the status is done and there will be a little green check mark next to every item that's been rendered. You will also notice that the formatting and the preset columns are grayed out. I'm unable to click these and make any changes. But let's say that you wanted to re-render or regenerate a file using this YouTube 1080p on this one. You can reset individual outputs, or you could reset the entire group. To reset individual outputs, just select it, right-click, and choose Reset Status. And now you'll see you'll be able to make any changes, or you can click the play button at the very top to start the queue again. To reset all of the outputs, I'm going to select this top group item. You can see there's 4 outputs under this group. I'm just going to right-click and choose Reset Status. Now all of the outputs have been reset. I can make any changes I want. And to start the rendering process, click on the green play icon in the top right corner. That's going to start the queue. You can see the progress bar below. Once it's finished, the status will turn to done. You'll see the green check marks. And if I check the desktop, there are all the generated or rendered files. And to clear out the queue, just select any items, tap the delete key, or click on this little minus icon to remove. So that is the very powerful and useful Adobe Media Encoder. In the next lesson, you are going to create this spinning logo animation and then learn how to render compositions with alpha channels or with transparency.